Welcome back to Prepping for Tomorrow. Today, we're tackling an urgent topic as summer heat is in full swing, preparing for the inevitable blackouts. When the mercury rises, so does the demand for electricity. And the power grid? Well, it's not exactly up to the task. Recent reports have put a spotlight on the vulnerabilities in our power infrastructure. It's like a house of cards, and the summer heat is a gust of wind threatening to topple it. Across the country, temperatures are reaching well over 100 degrees, and that's a recipe for disaster when everyone cranks up their air conditioning. The strain on the grid can lead to blackouts, leaving us in the dark and the heat. And these aren't just inconveniences. These outages can disrupt everything from your daily routine to emergency services. That's why it's critical to prepare in advance. Because when the lights go out, it's too late to start prepping. Water is your top priority. It's vital, not just for hydration, but also for cooking and personal hygiene. The rule of thumb is to have at least 1 gallon of water per person per day. So for a family of 4 facing a week-long blackout, you're looking at a minimum of 28 gallons of water. That's no small amount. For larger storage, consider food-grade barrels. A 55-gallon drum can store enough water for a family of 4 for almost 2 weeks. But remember, storing is only half the battle. You also need to ensure that your water is safe to drink. Water purification methods come in many forms. From old-school boiling and distillation to modern tablets and portable filters, there's a method to suit everyone. So, whether you're a fan of high-tech solutions or prefer the tried and true, don't skimp on this vital step. Don't forget water purification methods like tablets or portable filters. When power fails, refrigeration does too. That's why it's essential to be prepared with an arsenal of non-perishable food items. Imagine, if you will, a pantry packed to the brim with canned goods. We're talking veggies, fruits, beans, tuna, chicken, you name it. These canned foods can be your lifeline when fresh produce and refrigerated items are no longer an option. But let's not stop at canned goods. Dry staples such as rice, pasta, lentils, and oats can also go a long way. They're easy to store, have a long shelf life, and can be used in a multitude of recipes. And don't forget about high-energy snacks like nuts, dried fruits, and protein bars. They're perfect for those moments when you need a quick energy boost or when cooking a full meal just isn't feasible. These foods require minimal preparation and can be crucial in maintaining your nutrition. So start stockpiling and ensure that your food supply is blackout-proof. A comprehensive first aid kit is essential. Now you might be thinking, I have a couple of adhesive bandages and some rubbing alcohol, I'm set. But let's dig a little deeper. For starters, you'll want a variety of bandages for different types of injuries. Adhesive bandages are great for small cuts, but what about larger wounds? For that, you'll need sterile gauze pads and medical tape. Don't forget about antiseptic wipes to clean wounds and prevent infection. Tweezers can be handy for removing splinters, and scissors are a must for cutting tape or clothing. You'll also want to include a digital thermometer, a breathing barrier for CPR, and even a space blanket for warmth. Most importantly, don't overlook prescription medications. If you or a family member relies on medication to manage a chronic condition, make sure you have an extra supply on hand. Being able to address minor injuries at home is vital when emergency services are delayed. Invest in quality flashlights and plenty of batteries. This is the golden rule for lighting during a blackout. But don't stop there. It's time to think beyond the usual. Have you ever thought about solar-powered lights? They're a great option. Just leave them in the sun during the day and they'll give you hours of light when night falls. What about hand crank lights? They're like the fitness gym of the lighting world. A little elbow grease and you've got yourself some light. And remember, lighting isn't just for practicality. It's about comfort and morale too. Imagine this. You're huddled with your family in the dark, the silence broken only by the occasional distant siren. Suddenly you switch on a light and the room comes alive. It's a beacon of hope, a reminder that things will get better. Lighting is not just practical, it's also a morale booster during dark times. So light up your life, even when the power's out. Without power, air conditioning won't be an option. It's a chilling thought, isn't it? Picturing a scorching summer afternoon without the relief of a cool breeze from your air conditioning unit. But it's a reality we must prepare for. So, what are some alternative cooling strategies? First off, don't underestimate the power of a good old-fashioned fan. Battery-powered or hand-crank fans can be lifesavers, pushing around the air and providing some relief from the heat. They're portable, require no electricity, and can even be a fun DIY project if you're feeling crafty. But what about when the batteries run out? That's where natural ventilation comes into play. By strategically opening windows and doors, you can create a cross breeze that helps to cool down your home. It's all about understanding the direction of the wind and using it to your advantage. So, plan for alternative cooling methods like battery-powered fans and learn how to create airflow through natural ventilation. Your future sweat-free self will thank you. Maintain the ability to receive news and communicate with others. This is the mantra when it comes to communication tools during a blackout. In an age where we're so reliant on digital communication, it's easy to forget about good old-fashioned radio waves. A battery-powered radio is a lifeline in times of crisis, allowing you to keep up to date with the latest news and announcements. It's your link to the outside world when the internet and television are down. Now, we all know our cell phones are more than just communication devices. There are mini-computers, our maps, our libraries, and so much more. But without power, they're as good as paperweights. That's where a solar charger comes into play. It's a tool that harnesses the power of the sun to keep your phone alive, ensuring you can reach out if you need help, catch up on news, or just break the monotony with some music. Ensure your cell phone can last longer by having a solar charger on hand. Reinforce your home to protect against potential looters or intruders. It may sound like a plot from a dystopian movie, but during a prolonged blackout, there's a possibility that some may resort to unwelcome tactics to get what they need. Your home, your sanctuary, needs to be secure. Now, when we talk about home security, we're not suggesting you turn your home into a fortress with a moat and a dragon, but some simple steps can significantly increase your home's resilience against potential threats. Upgrading your locks to more robust high-security models can be a game-changer. Deadbolts, for instance, are much harder to pick or force open than regular locks. And don't forget about securing windows and other potential entry points. Setting up a neighborhood watch program can also be highly beneficial. It encourages community vigilance and cooperation, ensuring that everyone keeps an eye out for each other. Consider upgrading locks and setting up a neighborhood watch program. After all, safety doesn't happen by accident. ATMs and credit card machines won't work without power. A phrase that sends shivers down our spine, doesn't it? But hey, it's a reality we must prepare for. In a blackout situation, cash truly is king. It's the one currency that won't be affected by power outages. So, keep some tucked away in your emergency kit, but let's not stop there. Currency, after all, isn't limited to just paper money and coins. In a pinch, bartering can be a lifeline. Think of items that are small, portable, and commonly needed. Batteries, for instance, are a power outage's worst enemy, yet everyone's best friend. Candles, too, can light the way when the grid goes dark. Other goods to consider might be canned foods, bottled water, and basic medical supplies. Remember, in a crisis, value is in the eye of the beholder. So, keep cash on hand and stock up on items that could be used for bartering, such as batteries or candles. Stock up on essentials like soap, toothpaste, wet wipes, and toilet paper. You might be thinking, really, in the midst of a blackout? Absolutely. Personal hygiene is not just about smelling fresh or keeping up appearances, it's a crucial line of defense against illness and disease. In a blackout scenario, you're likely to be in close quarters with others for extended periods. Poor hygiene can lead to the rapid spread of bacteria and viruses, turning a challenging situation into a health crisis. Plus, let's be honest, no one likes the guy who's been marinating in his own sweat for 3 days straight. So, prioritize those personal hygiene supplies. They're not as glamorous as a solar-powered radio or a tactical flashlight, but they're every bit as essential. Remember, we're not just surviving, we're thriving. And nothing says thriving like a good old-fashioned toothbrush scrub and a fresh wipe down. Maintaining cleanliness prevents illness and keeps spirits high. Stay mentally and emotionally strong. Blackouts can be stressful. That's our mantra for today, folks. When the lights go out and the uncertainty sets in, it's not just about having the right supplies, it's also about having the right mindset. You see, psychological preparedness plays a vital role in how we manage through crises. It's about staying calm, keeping a clear head, and making rational decisions. It's about maintaining a sense of normalcy in the face of adversity, and it's about keeping your spirits up, even when the lights are down. Remember, fear and panic can be as dangerous as the blackout itself. They can cloud our judgment, hinder our actions, and amplify the challenges we face. So, let's practice resilience, let's stay positive, and let's stay prepared. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about surviving the blackout, it's about thriving through it. Staying positive and prepared makes a significant difference. Know how to perform basic repairs around your home, and familiarize yourself with your emergency supplies. In times of blackout, your self-reliance is your best asset. You don't need to be a master electrician or a seasoned carpenter, but learning a few practical skills can go a long way. From fixing a leaky faucet to setting up a solar charger, these skills are not just useful, they're potentially life-saving. Moreover, knowing how to use your emergency supplies efficiently can make them last longer. You should know how to purify water, prepare your non-perishable food, and administer first aid. Don't worry if you're starting from scratch. There are plenty of resources out there. Community centers often offer courses in basic home repair and first aid. Online platforms also provide a wealth of information. Remember, prepping isn't just about stocking up, it's about skill building. Consider community resources for learning these vital skills.